Yeah, today I have it's my second like official RFL game, and though we did fall just short to the Austin Desperados. Yeah. So now we're 2-4 on the season, but I'll be taking questions from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. like I did last time, basically an hour stream, and so yeah, I'm not gonna
It is Corona time.
yeah, definitely, but we're not gonna lie. I'm not even disappointed in the way the team played in general. I feel like the players stepped up big time. Peyton Vanderveld, he got off to a very hot start. He was 12 for 12, and
On the ready.
yeah, I think he made some
What's your thoughts
huge
on your run
improvements
game?
on the run game. We tried to get Bryce Madden involved as much as possible, and he ended up getting like 86 yards, I think. No rushing touchdown or anything like that. But I mean, hey, that's better than what our rush game was last week, I think. And yeah, we're definitely proud of how he performed. And hopefully we're gonna try to continue to involve him, and we're gonna try to get Lee Wright in more of the receiving game. Like he's gonna be more of our receiving back, and we're gonna try to work him in there. As you can see on this play right here, we're gonna be trying to do like screens and stuff like that with him because I feel like that's where we can utilize him best at.
Down. 10 Lobo.
But Peyton Vanderveld, he started off extremely hot, and then he got cold. But I mean, he like going into half, he was 12 for 12. Like I mean, and he didn't throw an interception this match, so I'm not even or in last game, and so I'm not disappointed in him at all by all means. The team we just I mean we performed really well. I think I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that was a game that we should have won, but the offense just couldn't step up in that second half. Honestly, the defense. I mean, Antoine Muldrow, he had a huge pick six in the I think early third quarter or whatever, and yeah, like I mean, like he had that pick six in the early third quarter, and that really helped us out tremendously.
On the set. Ready to go.
But yeah, I'll be taking questions from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. like usual. And but the thing about the rush game is, I mean, there's no way that we're gonna probably perfect it unless we know. I mean, it's only my second week debuting, so we still got a lot of time to learn and grow. But
Ready, set.
it's definitely gonna be. I mean, I feel like we're just getting better and better week by week. To be honest, I mean the defense, even the defense, I mean they've been getting a lot better. And like, I mean, it's just everybody is just progressing. You know what I mean? If I could change one thing about my performance, what would it have been? Honestly, the pass game in the second half, or just the offense in the second half in general. Like even Bryce Madden kind of slowed down in the second half, and Peyton Vanderveld, he started off like 12 for 12 going into the half, and then we just didn't perform how I would like coming into the second half, but. Hey, it just be like that sometimes. That's something that we're gonna work on in practice and continue to work on. And then somebody said, "What are my thoughts on Lee Wright?" Um, he's like one of the veterans on this team. He's somebody he's more like a mentor to Bryce Madden, and hopefully he can help Bryce Madden perform to his best abilities. And we haven't given up on Lee Wright yet, because I mean he's been here. I mean we're not gonna just give up on him like that. Uh, but I just personally feel like in the long run that Bryce Madden is the way to go. But we're still going to continue to try to get Lee Wright involved as much as possible, simply because I feel like he's super talented. He's a very elusive back. I feel like he's going to help this offense tremendously. And we haven't gave it up on Lee Wright yet. He's still a crucial part of this offense. Like,
Set, go.
Oh, he just joined in the preseason. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he. He's still like a mentor on this team, I guess. He's still like he's somebody that we look to if we're like, let's say we're 3rd and 15 or something like that. We're gonna get him a huge crucial. I feel like if we throw a screen to him, he's gonna at least get us a first down, and that's what we're gonna try to use him for. I didn't know that this was I didn't know he just joined in the preseason. My bad, Mitch. But yeah. With that being said, Lee Wright, I mean, we still have plenty of confidence in him. I mean, we signed him for a reason. I mean, he's no pushover or anything like that. He's definitely a great back still. But I just feel like Bryce Madden, he's the way to go, honestly, when it comes to the run game, at least. But we're still gonna get Lee Wright involved as much as possible, just because I mean we did sign him in a Austin Heller. He's somebody that I haven't really got involved into the offense just yet, and I really like. I mean, he's young. He's super young, I think. But yeah, he's somebody that we're definitely gonna utilize in the upcoming future. He's definitely he's probably gonna be a huge part of the Chicago Tigers' future. But as of right now, I like the 2 solid backs that we have right now. But Avery Heller, I mean, I think he's on punt return if I'm not mistaken, and kick return. He's on I think one of those two. But yeah, he's super quick. I think he's super young, so he has plenty of time to develop and grow. And we do plan to use him in the future. But I'm glad you actually brought that up, Mitch. I didn't even really think about Austin Heller that much. But I mean Avery Heller, I'm sorry. But yeah, he's young, and he has plenty of time to develop. And if he fits our scheme, and if he proves that he deserves to get some more playing time, then we're definitely gonna throw him in there.
Set, go.
Oh yeah, and by the way, shout out to Mitch for giving me this idea of playing as a defensive lineman on the broadcast camera, because it definitely makes it more easier for me to answer questions. And I mean, it's just cooler to see the offense this way. It gives you like the real in-game vibe, to be honest, like the simulation feel.
60 yards. Set, 8, read. Go.
But I personally feel like if there was a player of the game in that match, it would have to be Peyton Vanderbilt. He was outstanding. And he said, "What are my thoughts on this upcoming week's game?" I mean, it's gonna be tough. We're gonna give it our all. I mean, we got a very tough opponent in the Snowhawks in this upcoming week. They've I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I mean, we're gonna watch film. We're gonna give it all we got every week, like we do. And yeah, we're gonna have to hope for the best. I mean, we're gonna have to hope that you don't I mean, and I feel like personally in this league, you have to outscore your opponent, and that's one reason why I feel like we didn't win last week against the Desperados. But we're definitely gonna give it our all against the Snowhawks for sure. But I feel like in that Desperados game, if there had to be one player of the game on defensively, I feel like Gabriel Norman would probably have to be the defensive player of the game. I mean, he literally had a clutch interception in their end zone, and he had 18 tackles as a cornerback. So yeah, hats off to him. He was amazing. That's a boot fall in line. Yeah, I mean, you are my upcoming opponent. I don't want to go into too many details, but I mean, hey, it's gonna be a battle. Honestly, I feel like we're gonna try our hardest. We're gonna hopefully we can stop your offense and we can get some stops on defense. I mean, that'd be nice. And like, I don't know if you guys like watch the game, but the team is definitely improving. You see, Peyton Vanderbilt threw 0 interceptions. That's really great news, because the past 3 weeks I think he's combined for like 10 interceptions or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it was just nice to
On set.
see
18 Gator.
like not that many turnovers on offense. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very good to see my defense getting turnovers. I think we actually had two interceptions, Gabriel Norman and Antoine Muldrow. And Antoine Muldrow had a clutch pick six in that early third quarter. He was yeah, he was the team is definitely developing to be where I want them to be. I mean, we're not where we want to be just yet, but I mean, hey, we're definitely getting there. And yeah, I agree, Mitch. I feel like we're personally a better team than we were before. And we're gonna continue to get better, and hopefully we can. I mean, I'm not saying we're not gonna make the playoffs, but if we don't make the playoffs, hopefully we can bounce back, make the playoffs, and maybe win a championship. You never know. But yeah, like I said earlier, we're gonna continue to grow as a team and develop, and I'm just excited to see what the future holds for this team and this organization in general. Because I feel like personally, we have, like I said before, I think I said it in my last press conference. I said we have the potential to be RFL champions. Honestly, I personally do feel like that. We're just like a few pieces away. And I think Peyton Vanderbilt was sacked 3 times, I think. So yeah, that definitely didn't help us out. But I mean, hey, like I said earlier, I think he went into the half 12 for 12. He didn't. I don't think he had a touchdown just yet. But 12 for 12 on passing is not bad at all. And then coming out of the half, I think he even I think he was like 16 for 16.
Here we go.
And I think that's where he stopped. But I don't know. He had a very long completion streak. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, I'm the upside to that match is, I mean, we committed less turnovers on offense, and we kind of got more turnovers on defense, and that's something that I'm proud of these players. I mean, we're in a very tough stadium against the Austin Desperados, and I mean, we just got outplayed really. I mean, I feel like personally we should have won, but I mean, hey, we just couldn't get it done on offense late in that fourth quarter. We couldn't get the touchdown. We couldn't score, and I mean, that's totally on us. But it is what it is. We just got to bounce back next week against the Snowhawks, and we got to hope that we can, I mean, win, of course. I'm still looking for my first win, not going to lie. It's very anxious. I mean, I'm trying. Been watching film. We've been watching a lot of film. And so, yeah. But if I had to pick an offensive player of the week, it'd be Tavion Hall. That man. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The rush game, like the run game, we've been stopping that a lot. Like in the past 2 weeks I've been coach, we've definitely been stopping the run game as like a lot. Like last night against Tavion Hall, I know he had like almost 300 rushing yards. Heck no. It was like 178. I don't know. I don't even remember. But he didn't score on us. That's the main thing. He might have put up all those rushing yards, but he didn't get a rushing touchdown. I mean, it might have led to a passing touchdown later on in the possession, but we did stop the running game, in my personal opinion. I mean, he did get some big rushes off in that coming into the half, or coming out of the half, I think. But we've been stopping the run game a lot. But with that being said, that's been leaving a huge gap in our pass game. So that's something that we're definitely going to work on in practice and stuff like that. Because, like, as you can tell, like, even in, like, this practice, I mean, you see wide open players every now and then. But, I mean, we're stopping the run game as best as we possibly can. And I'm not disappointed in the way the defense is playing. I mean, we're playing better than what we used to play. We're just going to continue to get better. And, we're getting sacks. I mean, Sam Robbins, I think he had a clutch sack and when they were going for a 2-point conversion, had a really nice sack. I mean, we've been doing good when it comes to the rush game, and we've been pretty solid at stopping a team on third. But I mean, hey, when you got a talented player like Tavion Hall, is not very much you can do. But hey, we're gonna give it our all in next week. Hopefully, we can pick up our first win against a very talented Snowhawks team. And yeah. Any more questions, guys?
Here we go. 18 Gator. Shoot.
But yeah, Gabriel Norman as a cornerback had 16 tackles, I think, and he had a
Ready,
clutch
break.
interception in the end zone.
Get.
That was simply amazing. You love to see it. But yeah, you see, there's just huge gaps in the pass game, and that's something that we're gonna try to
Now. 50
develop
flank.
and improve on,
Now.
honestly. And then I think there was a Donald Brewer and Juan Rivera. They stepped up
Let's
huge.
go.
I'm not
30
even gonna
base.
lie. Juan Rivera and Donald Brewer, they had
Fire.
I think a combined total of 171 receiving yards, and I think maybe 2 touchdowns. I'm not even really sure. But hey, they came through in the clutch with that pass game, or with the receiving wise. You said, what are my thoughts on Long Billups? He's young, or I mean, he's like, I think he's like 26, 27, if not younger.
15 line.
But
Leaf River.
he's somebody that he hasn't shown me a lot just yet, and we're gonna give him a little more time before I start seeking out trade options. But with that being said, I mean, I still have confidence in him. I haven't really seen too much out of him, but that's just something that we got to work on in practice schemes. Yeah, Long Billups. I thought he was a sophomore. I wasn't sure though. I know he was young. That's what I'm saying. I knew he was young. But yeah, and that's why I'm gonna give him. I mean, it takes time to develop into what you want to be, especially with the schemes that I'm putting together. And but yeah, I mean, this is only my second game, like in game. Like this is only my second official game playing. So,
60 out. Go.
I mean, I haven't really looked into the history of the team yet. I've been really trying to focus on the now and the future. But yeah, I didn't even know that Long Billups. I didn't know that this was his second year, but I knew he was young. I knew he was very young, and that's why I mean, we're not moving on from him yet. We're still trying to evaluate this team and see who's,
Ready.
I mean, who's a good fit. You know what I mean? And I feel like Long Billups, he is a good fit. I mean, it just takes a little time. I mean, like you said, he is a sophomore, and so we're gonna continue to develop him as a player, and we're gonna try our best to make him to a star, or we continue to develop the players into who we think they're meant to be. But yeah. But Long Billups, I mean, he's talented. He's young, and I feel like with Thomas Norton, I think is a UGA native. I feel like he's somebody that can definitely develop, or I feel like he can definitely develop behind Thomas Norton. He can really mentor him. But I really like Long Billups. I mean, he's young, like you said, he's a sophomore, and really, I'm anxious to see how he does in the future. But as of like right now, he hasn't really done too much. But hopefully he'll develop as the time goes on.
Ready. 60 or.
And what are my season predictions for the rest of the season? Honestly, I mean, I don't feel like we'll make it to the playoffs this season, simply because I feel like we're still learning and we're still growing, and we're developing, as you can see. And but my final season predictions, I feel like we're gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be like we're 2-4 right now, and I feel like we're gonna. Honestly, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Honestly, we're gonna give it our all to try to make the playoffs, of course. But if we don't make the playoffs, then I feel like I feel like we're not. I feel like we're gonna try to rebuild in the off season. But I mean, just work on our line and see if we can draft a decent player out of if we get a top 10 draft pick. I feel like I know a pretty good guy that I'm gonna go with. But you said who was my favorite defensive player? I don't know. I like Gabriel Norman a lot. He's very talented. And Nate Franks. I like Nate Franks a lot. I mean, Gabriel Norman, he's a monster on defense. And so is Nate Franks. Nate Franks is somebody that we really look to whenever it comes to that Mamba mentality type feel. You know what I mean? He's very, like, I feel like our defense is pretty, like, solid. I'm not gonna lie. We got Antoine Muldrow, and I think we even got even our second string cornerback. I forgot his name. I think it's Freeland or something. But even him, like he's a pretty solid second string cornerback. And he's still developing. But Gabriel Norman at the moment is my favorite defensive player on this roster. But there's a lot of players on this defense that I really like. Like even Sam Robbins. Sam Robbins is a monster, and I think he's a sophomore as well, if I'm not mistaken. But he's super young, and he's pretty ferocious on defense. He really works to get back there to that quarterback, and he had not several, but he had like multiple sacks in that last week's game. I think he had like one official sack, and like on the regular play, and then I think he had a huge stop on the 2-point conversion where he sacked the quarterback. But yeah, that was a good question on the prediction for the rest of the season. I feel like our record, we're probably gonna lose a few more games. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like we're gonna be. I'd like to finish the season like 7. I want to win at least 7 games. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna end up finishing the season with 7 wins, hopefully. But I'm not too sure what teams or what opponents that will get those wins over. Because I mean, like in this league, it's a complete simulation league, so you never know what's gonna happen. So we just gotta hope for the best. I mean, we gotta put in the best schemes. We gotta put in the best playbooks that I feel like is like crucial for us to succeed. And we gotta keep on developing. We gotta keep on working hard and practicing. I mean, and at the end of the day, it will pay off, and we may make the playoffs, and hey, we may not. But like I said, at the end of the day, we're gonna give it our best, and we're gonna try our very hardest.
70, Indy, get it. Ready to go.
You said, what's my opinion on the team right now? And do I think that they will win more games this season? I definitely do. I honestly feel like we can win multiple games this season. And I mean, like right now, I personally feel like we haven't met our full potential. Oh, what is my quarterback doing? But yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. But as I say, we're gonna win multiple games. This guy runs out the touchdown. But all right. But back to the question.
Here we go.
I feel like right now we're still learning together. Like even me as a coach, I'm still learning. You know what I mean? And so, like right now, I still feel like, all right. So like we're at like 60%. We're nowhere near our 100%. Like we're gonna continue to develop. We're gonna continue to grow until we hit 100%. And even at the end of the season, I don't think we'll be a full 100%. To be honest, I feel like we're gonna unless we just have some major improvements, I feel like we're gonna finish the season at probably like 70 to 80%, like probably 75%. Because I mean, I have huge expectations for this team. I feel like we're gonna be great. I think we're gonna be a team to fear in this league. And right now, as you can tell, a lot of people, they're not really fearing this team as much, especially with the turnovers and stuff. But I mean, we're growing. You know, we're developing. And now I feel like in this season, I feel like we'll win. I feel like we'll win 5 more games, at least. I hope we can win at least 5 games this season. Like we already got 2 wins on the season. If we could finish the season with 7 wins, that'd be nice. That'd be very nice. But yeah, I feel like we can definitely win some more games throughout the season. But right now, we're just not we're not at peak condition. We're not where we want to be. And before the trade deadline happens, I would like to see what I could get for some players. You said, is it too early to ask who I will be looking for in the draft? Honestly, that just depends on what pick we have. Honestly, because I think Drew Brewer, he was very nice. He predicted to go number 1 overall. But Eric Strouder, he's somebody that I really liked because if you guys watch the past 2 games, like we've been really weak whenever it comes to the pass game. But the rush game is really good. So Drew Brewer would be nothing but improvement to that rush game. But with that being said, I feel like if I had let's say I had a top 2 pick or the number 1 pick even, I'd probably pick Eric Strouder. I'm not even gonna lie, because he's somebody that I've spoke with personally, and I just like what I see from the guy. I watched a few of his highlights, and like if he's still on the board whenever we have to draft, I'm probably gonna go with Eric Strouder, just because of the way the team is playing right now with the schemes that I'm putting together.
Here we go. Here we
Because
go.
I feel like he's very
60.
talented.
Hurry.
I really like Eric Strouder in this draft, but Drew Brewer is very nice as well. I've watched a few of his highlights, and but yeah, Eric Strouder,
Down.
he's very
8
talented.
feet.
But there's a lot of talented players in this draft.
Huck, go.
But yeah, if the draft started today and I had a choice to pick anybody I wanted to,
Let's go.
I'd probably go with
10
Eric
two
Strouder.
stop. Ready.
And I'm gonna try to work on our offensive. I'm gonna see if we can build that offensive line a little better in the free agency, if we possibly can.
Ready.
That's somebody that we're gonna be. That's a position that we're gonna be looking to improve on a lot. And yeah.
Let's go now.
In the offseason, I have like a
50
little plan. I have a plan drawn out. It hasn't been fully completed yet, so we're still working on that. I mean, and it's only, I think it's only week 5, I think week 7 or something like that. I mean, it's way too early to be speaking on draft predictions, but like as of right now, that's just what I would go with. But as the season progresses, that could change. But right now, we got our mindset on
Come
Eric
on,
Strouder.
set. 30 base. 5. Here we go.
But yeah, we did fail to get a 2-point conversion in that last game. Or in that last game, I feel like that probably would have tied it up for us. I mean, or I think we would have been down by only 1. I mean, there was just a lot of errors that we made that could have, like, I don't know, we could have easily won that that game against the Desperados. I mean, it was a heartbreaker, I'm not gonna lie. But
Ready up.
hey, you lose some, and hopefully we'll win some.
Set up. 10 Lobo. Set up.
Yeah, any more questions, guys? I still have roughly around 30 minutes left to answer any questions about the team that you guys think is best fit. But yeah, I don't think I ever said who my offensive player of the game is for me personally.
Set ready.
And I feel like
Huck, go.
personally, Peyton Vandervelde would probably be the offensive player of the game for me in general. Because, I mean, he had a hot start, guys. I mean, for anybody that watched it, I think he was like 16 for 16 before he threw his first completion. It was intense. He was like literally throwing dimes out there. I was very shocked to see him in that performance. He played very well. And with that being said, I feel like he deserved to be crowned Offensive Player of the Week for my team at least. And I think he even had 2 passing touchdowns. And he didn't throw an interception all game. And that's something that we've been working on with Peyton Vandervelde for a while now. And I'm just glad to see that he came out of his comfort zone. He made smarter passes. And and then with Bryce Madden even. He had 86 rushing yards. He was hot in that first half. But coming into the second half, he really didn't do too much. I think he only had like roughly around 20 yards. I'm not even gonna lie. In that whole second quarter, that whole second half, he didn't do very much. And yeah, I mean, and that's where I feel like we got to get Lee Wright in there a lot. And so we're gonna work with both of them. But Lee Wright is gonna be more of our receiving back, and then we're gonna have Bryce Madden for our main back, really, our power back and stuff like that. But Antoine Muldrow, he had a huge pick 6 in that game. That was that was really well. I like that a lot. That was Antoine Muldrow with that pick 6. That definitely it didn't really surprise me, but I was like, let's go. I think it really brought a lot of life into this defense and to the team in general. Like, it really boosted our momentum, and I really like that. I mean, like, stops on defense can lead to big plays on offense, I feel like, personally. And then with Antoine Muldrow, he took it all the way back. He got a touchdown, a pick 6. It was you love to see it, honestly. And I think that actually gave us the lead. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. But yeah, and then Gabriel Norman had a huge interception in their end zone. I mean, it was like the team is just honestly getting better day by day, week by week. And we're gonna continue to develop. And I think I got Joey Lott involved a lot more this game, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah. Any more questions, guys? I have roughly around 30 minutes left to answer questions. So yeah, shoot them at me. Any question about the team and about about last week's game, about the week before that game, and or about any future games. Just any questions, guys.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
But I feel like I feel like we could have lost by a lot more if it wasn't for our defense. Cause our defense, I feel like they stepped up huge in that late fourth quarter. Like they stopped them. Like, they got the stops that we needed to win. But the offense, like I said earlier, they just couldn't get it done. And I feel like that. I mean, it just sucks to be so close and then lose. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The defense, like I said, they stepped up huge in that fourth quarter. We stopped Tavion Hall. We stopped their quarterback, Chase Mason. I'm pretty sure that was his name. And we all around we just got big stops in the fourth quarter. I mean, we got the stops that we needed. We just didn't prevail on offense. And Christian just asked me, do I still have hopes of making the playoffs this season? And yeah, definitely. That's the goal every season. I personally feel like there's no need for us to take. It's only week 7, if I'm not mistaken. We're only 2-4. That we could easily bounce back and be the #1 team in the division. I mean, I don't think that will happen, but hey, anything can happen in this league. And we're still hoping to make at least a wild card. But hey, if not, hey, we gave it our all. We're gonna bounce back and hopefully make the playoffs next season. But yeah, that's a great question, Chris. And I do feel like we will make the playoffs. I mean, I hope that we make the playoffs. That's what I mean. I still feel like we still have a little bit of hope. I mean, this is only my second official game as a RFL head coach. So we're still gonna work and develop with the team and continue to watch film. That's one thing that I found crucial in this league. We're gonna watch as much film as possible, and hopefully we can get as many wins as we possibly can, and maybe make the playoffs. But that's always the goal. Making the playoffs is always the goal. Whether it's the wild card, I mean, playoffs or playoffs. Great question. But yeah, Donald Brewer and Juan Rivera, they stepped up huge. They had I mean, there was a huge there was a really big drive where Peyton Vanderbilt threw a dime to Peyton, I mean, not to Peyton, but to Donald Brewer, and they got a touchdown. That was beautiful. I absolutely love to see it. It was amazing. And hopefully soon I have like a little hype tape put together and of a little highlights, and I feel like that would be pretty cool. Just going into next season. I mean, that's just something that I'm really hoping to build before the season is over, and that is the confidence in our players. I mean, I just feel like we're very demotivated, simply because I mean, I feel like a lot of people has been doubting our team. I feel like a lot of people are taking us very easily. But I mean, I understand. I mean, the team was in a very bad place before I came. I mean, they still are. I mean, we're gonna try to get out of that dark place, and we're gonna try to, become one of the top teams in the league. And I feel like we definitely have the potential to do that. But as of right now, we're just not there yet. But hopefully we'll get there sometime in the future.
60 Pittsburgh. Go.
But yeah, Antoine Muldrow, he came up clutch with that pick six. Gabriel Norman had a big interception as well.
70.
And,
Ready.
just turnovers on defense is something that helped us not really win that game, but at least stay in it. It helped us stay in it big time. I'm not gonna lie. Those turnovers, they definitely helped a lot. But on offense, we just couldn't prevail, honestly. Like you can see in the fourth quarter, the defense were getting big stops on back-to-back possessions, but we just couldn't win. Somebody said, do I feel like my team will contend in one of the toughest divisions in the NFC? And I honestly believe in that. I believe in that as well, and I think we can. I mean, we got a very tough division. I say it in my past streams or in my past press conferences. I say it. I feel like I'm in the toughest division in the league. I mean, we got the Thunderbirds, we got the Explorers. I mean, I'm in a very tough division right now.
play.
but we're gonna give it our all. I mean, and that's just gonna motivate us. I mean, that's only gonna make us better. Honestly, I feel like that's just gonna make us better because like
Set. 30
I mean,
base.
if you're playing against tougher opponents than almost anybody in the league, then I mean, why wouldn't we get better? I feel like we can
Set, ready.
grow and
15,
develop into one of the
go.
toughest teams in the league. I feel like we will be one of the most feared teams in the league in the future. After I
Ready,
you know evaluate the team and get some big moves. But yeah, I personally feel like the division that I'm in with the Thunderbirds and the Explorers, I feel like it's one of the toughest, if not the toughest division in the league in the whole RFL. And that definitely does make it harder to win games. But hey, we're gonna that's like I said earlier, it's just gonna make us better. We're gonna continue to strive to be one of those top teams in that tough division. But as of right now, I do think
Ready.
I don't think we can contend in this division as of right now. And at this state and moment, I don't think we could contend against those. I mean, they are tough opponents, but I feel like as time goes on, or as the season progresses and our players develop, I feel like we will be able to contend and maybe dethrone this tough division, or maybe we'll be at the top of this tough division. But as of right now, we're just not there yet. But hopefully, we'll get there in the future. I feel like I personally feel like we will get there. In the meantime, but yeah, I mean, like even 2 weeks ago, I think in our game against the Explorers, we didn't really lose that much. And I mean, he did have his star wide receiver was out, and hopefully we hope for him a speedy recovery. But I mean, he relied heavily on that run game, and we definitely stopped it. We stopped the run game, and but unfortunately, he still was able to get the win. But hey, I mean, we stuck with him until the end. Like even in last game, we stuck with him to the end. But hopefully next week against the Snowhawks, we can prevail and get the W, our first win of the season, or my first win of the season. But this is gonna take time. If they can continue to believe in me, I'm gonna get them to where they want to be, which is the championship. I mean, I feel like we can definitely make that if we just continue to strive and get better.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna try my very best to beat the Snowhawks. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but like I said in my past press conferences, we're gonna watch film. We're gonna evaluate each and every player on their offense and defense, and we're gonna try our very best to stop the Snowhawks as best as we can. It's gonna be a very good game. I mean, they're not in our division, so I'm super excited to play them. I mean, like me and their head coach, Mitch, he's a very good guy, and we talk on and off the field and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy. Hopefully, I'm gonna wish him the best of luck, and we're gonna need all the luck that we can get. So hopefully we can put on a performance for you guys and the fans and all that stuff, and hopefully it'll be a good game. Hopefully we can get our first win. That'd be great to get it over such a tough opponent like Mitch and the Snowhawks. But like I said, we're gonna give it our all. We're gonna watch a lot of film, and we're gonna evaluate each and every player, and we're gonna evaluate their weaknesses and their strong points, and we're gonna continue to work on our weaknesses as well. So yeah, hopefully we can beat the Snowhawks. Don't know if we will, but hopefully we can. To give me my first official win as an RFL head coach, that'd be amazing. To get it over someone like Mitch and the Snowhawks, that'd be really good.
Ready? 15 Lonnie. Leaf River.
But yeah, Peyton Vanderbilt, a lot of people has been doubting his abilities, but I haven't given up on Peyton Vanderbilt just yet. Peyton Vanderbilt is going to be a huge part of this future. I mean, he's a great quarterback, and I mean, he's still developing, in my personal opinion. I mean, I feel like we got a pretty good scheme of what we want him to do, but like as it goes for Peyton Vanderbilt, I feel like he's gonna be great. He's gonna continue to get better. We're gonna try to work on committing less turnovers, just like he did on last week. He had 0 interceptions. I think he may have had a fumble. Don't quote me on that. But hey, I mean, you can't help that. I mean,
Hut, go.
I'm just glad he didn't throw interceptions because, ooh, what a sack. But speaking of my game against the
Go.
Snowhawks,
18 gator.
with
Ready,
me
ready.
being the first, or with oh yeah, with post suspension, how do I feel like my game plan for the players coming back that you haven't seen? Um,
Ready,
dang,
ready. 60 pitch. Shoot.
I don't know. I feel like that's gonna kind of give us an advantage, simply with their having that win games or that suspension, and that we're
Go
there.
now.
This is gonna be their first
70.
game coming out of
Keep getting.
suspension.
Coming.
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have an advantage simply because I mean we've been going against tough opponents back to back, and
Come on,
we're
set. 60
preparing. We've
horn.
been working for this game. We're gonna
Now.
be able to evaluate more. But also it could be a disadvantage for us. You know what I mean? Because I mean they could come
Go.
out smoking hot. You
835.
know, because I mean nobody. I mean, and they could be wanting revenge. You know what I'm saying? Like they could. I mean they. I don't know. It's gonna be good. I mean,
Set.
hopefully we can
10
get the
2
stop. I feel
soft.
like
Hit it.
at the moment we're at an advantage. But you never know how the game can go. Anything is possible.
Hut. 18
Hopefully we can get the
gator.
win.
Leaf river. Leaf
It'd
river.
be very nice to get our first win against that team. But yeah, I feel like like you said, it's gonna be their first
Ready, set.
game after the suspension.
Set,
I feel
go.
like they're gonna give it their all as well, even if we're not considered one of the top teams in the league or one of the most feared. I feel like they're gonna give it their all simply
Ready.
because I mean this is their
50
first
play.
game back
Hut.
against the since the suspension. But we
Ready.
like we still play. We're gonna evaluate each player just like we always do. We're gonna watch the film. We're gonna see what their weaknesses are. And we're gonna attack that in practice, and we're gonna see if we can
On the double.
get the win in the
Hut,
game.
go.
And like you said, for the players that I haven't seen or whatever, I mean it's gonna that's where it's probably gonna be a disadvantage for us.
Ready, ready.
But hopefully we can you know we can get the win. I mean I feel like it's gonna be a good hard fought victory or game, not victory. It's gonna be a hard fought game.
Shoot.
We're all gonna like I said, we're gonna give it our all on both sides, and yeah, I mean I feel like it's gonna be a good game. I wish him the best of
90,
luck,
get it. Hut.
and I'm definitely gonna need all the luck I can get. I said that earlier, but I'm gonna continue to say that until we speak our first victory into existence, because it's gonna
Down.
be a hard fought
10 low
victory if we do
Now.
win, and if they do win, because I mean we're not gonna let them have it just because they're a top team in the RFL. We're definitely gonna give it our all, like we do every week. I mean we're not gonna just
60
let them
outlaw.
have this game. You know what I mean? We're gonna make them earn it. But yeah, with roughly 20 minutes remaining in the press conference, is there any more questions that you guys would like
Ready,
to
ready. 18
ask me, or
gator. Hit it.
anything
Set
in
up.
specific with the team or the players, or anything like that, or any trade talks or anything like that?
Ready to break. Leaf river. Leaf river.
But by the way, if you guys are wondering about any trade blocks or anything like that, I personally love the team that we're. I mean, I like the current state of the team. There may be like a player or two that we could probably move to make the team a little better, but at the moment, I feel like I like the state of like where the team is right now. I feel like we're in a position to win in the future. I feel like we have a really solid like roster. I feel like we have a very solid roster.
Ready, ready.
And what do I think of my running backs? I love both of them absolutely. But Bryce Madden, he's probably gonna end up being the starting running back for the remainder of the season,
60 pitch
unless
first.
something
Let's go.
major was to happen. But don't get me wrong, we're gonna continue to work with Lee Wright as well. We're gonna get him involved as
set.
much as possible.
70.
He's gonna be more of a like our receiving back. We're gonna try to run a lot of screens with him. But with that being said, Bryce Madden will probably be our main back or our power back. And Lee Wright he's probably gonna be our receiving back. Like we're gonna run screens with him, and we're gonna send him out on passing plays and stuff like that. But I like both of the running backs that we currently have. It's gonna be exciting to see how they work. I mean, it's gonna be exciting. I mean, they're battling for that starting position, but they're also working together for our victory. You know what I mean? But and that's the kind of competitiveness that we want on this team, because I feel like that's just gonna make us not only Bryce Madden better, but it's gonna make Lee Wright better as well. It's gonna make both of the players absolutely better.
65.
And You said what position was I planning or would I plan to trade for, and what position would I be looking to deal?
Set.
Oh, that
Game
is a very
3.
good question. Thank you so much for that, Christian.
Hit it.
Honestly, because I don't feel like I'd be able to draft a good like alignment to my ability.
Set.
Because
Where
alignment
to
is the
go? Leaf River. Leaf River.
that's the really the position that we're looking for at the moment, alignment. And
Set. Ready.
and I feel
18.
like really
Ready.
that's
Set.
one
Go.
of the weakest spots on my team right now, and I feel like that's the like one of the main things that is stopping us from being a
On the set.
potential championship team. You know what I mean? And
Set.
I'm willing to trade someone like I'm not gonna throw him under the bus, but
Ready.
yeah,
50.
for
Play.
trade conversations, I'm willing to trade
Set.
just about yeah, it's just like whatever they want to offer me, you know what I mean? But the position that we're looking for are really linemen.
Go.
If
Set.
we can get
Ready.
a
Break.
decent
Set.
lineman in
Go.
a trade, that'd be very nice. But honestly, I personally feel like that's gonna be tough because I mean linemen are hard to come by in today's league. I mean, but
Here we go. Here we
and then in
go.
the free agency, we're gonna try to
15.
sign
Connie.
some
50.
decent linemen if there is any available.
Ready. Ready.
But right now, that right side is really killing us. I mean, you see, I think um, Peyton Vanderbilt is getting sacked at least like 3 times
Ready.
per game. And that's something that we just
Shoot.
absolutely cannot have. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna try to work on our line. That's what I'm looking for, whenever it comes to trades.
Down.
Honestly,
90 Wolf.
a
Hit.
great question.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Now.
But yeah, back to that run game conversation. I feel like our run game is solid. It's been pretty solid ever since I came into the organization and the
Ready,
schemes that I put
ready.
together for the
60
team. I feel like we've
outlaw
a very solid run game, defensively and offensively. I mean, I just feel like we
Go
put
now.
put together the
18.
right scheme,
Hit it.
and that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Just putting together the right schemes that best fit your players. And that's what I've been trying to do lately. I've been just switching
Come on,
up some
set.
things. I've been
60 Pittsburgh. Leaf River. Leaf River.
just messing around with a few different schemes, seeing what best fits our team and our quarterbacks and our running backs and our defense.
Here we
And
go.
we've just been working with a
7.
lot of
Set.
different
Go.
schemes lately. And hopefully we'll find one that will best fit our team in the long run, and hopefully we can start winning games and championships. And yeah, Bryce Madden is he's an amazing running back. I absolutely love him. He deserves the starting position. But Lee Wright is an amazing running back as well. You gotta give him his props. I mean, he's very elusive.
Set.
And I feel
8
like
read.
the best way that I could possibly utilize both of those running backs is if I put Lee Wright as like a receiving back. He's gonna be like probably like our I don't want to say our third down back, but he's gonna be somebody that we really look to like whenever it comes to screens.
Ready.
And Bryce Madden's gonna probably be that guy as well, because Bryce Madden, don't get me wrong, that guy's pretty quick too. But Bryce Madden's gonna be more of our power back, if anything. But I do like Bryce Madden. He's an amazing running back.
50. Play.
But Lee Wright is as well. Hopefully we can utilize both of those players to their best abilities. And we're gonna try to evaluate those guys and see how they fit with each scheme that we put together each game and all kind of stuff like that. I'm very excited to see how the season progresses,
Down.
and
15.
it's gonna be nice to see how they both do toward the end of the season. But yeah, Peyton Vanderbilt, he's working great with those running backs. He loves them.
Go.
And
90
last week I think Mitch asked me, how do I feel about involving my tight ends? And I think I got them involved as much as possible last week. It didn't really work out to the way I wanted them to, but hey, it worked pretty good. I mean, you see, we nearly won that game. I think the score was 29-24. So yeah, we only lost by like a touchdown and a field goal, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, it was devastating. I mean, we tried to get the tight ends involved as much as possible. I think we did just that, honestly. I think Joey Lott had 6 receptions. I'm not even sure. I think Jacoby, our second string tight end, I think he had 2 receptions. We got them involved a pretty decent amount. I mean, we're gonna continue to get them involved as much as possible as the future continues to come. And I mean, we're gonna just continue to just try different things, trick plays and different things like that. And I'm just super excited
Ready, break.
to
Touch,
to
go.
finally have my first game under my belt. I mean, we didn't win, but it just gives me something to feed off of. You know what I mean?
Come
Something
on,
to
set.
actually
18 game.
evaluate. I
Ready,
can actually
ready.
watch film on the way my team has performed. You know what I mean? Not the former team or the former Chicago Tigers. Because I mean, we're a new team. You know what I mean?
60 Pittsburgh.
We're still the same team, of course. But I mean, we're a different team with the schemes that we put together, and we're gonna try our best to win as many games as possible, and hopefully make the playoffs in the near future. And I feel like Peyton Vanderbilt is definitely the quarterback. A lot of people has been like sending me like messages and telling me I need to move on from Peyton Vanderbilt. But I personally feel like he's still got it. I mean, I feel like he's the quarterback that we need to go with. I feel like he's the quarterback that we need to stick with. I feel like he's an amazing quarterback. He has a very nice arm. He can scramble whenever he needs to, but he just doesn't do it. That's something that we're gonna work with. It's his scrambling ability. But I mean, he's a very nice quarterback. I haven't given up on him yet. I mean, he's been with me since I started coaching here, and so we're not gonna give up on him just yet. And he makes nice plays. I'm not gonna lie. But with that being said, I mean, I'm gonna give him like two seasons. And I mean, unless he's just doing god awful, I mean, we're gonna keep on trying to see him grow and develop, and upgrade him as well. You know what I mean? And Donald Brewer and Juan Rivera, I mean, they were huge pickups in the offseason. They were like literally amazing. I mean, especially last week. I mean, they're very talented receivers. And Hunter Jones, our rookie receiver, I really want to get him. I really want to get him involved as much as possible. He's very nice. I really want to see him grow and develop as a player. You know what I mean? I'm very excited to see how this team grows and develop as a team. You know what I mean? Being led by Peyton Vanderbilt, the quarterback, and Gabriel Norman, the cornerback, and me, the head coach, of course. And we're just excited. We're still learning, like I said. I mean, hopefully we can get the win over the Snowhawks next week. And yeah, guys, is there any more questions you guys would like to ask me as we come to the ending parts of this press conference?
Ready.
We have roughly 10 minutes left until the end of the press conference. So yeah, any questions about the team, about my opponents, and about the division, the conference, the league in general, the players, just anything, any kind of questions that you guys feel like would
Go now. 10
that you're just wondering about the team, you know, about the performance last week, about the performance against the Explorers, even.
On the ready.
And about our weaknesses and about our strong points.
Ready up.
Will I be changing any playbooks mid-season? Definitely. Honestly, I mean, if we don't find a playbook or a scheme that will best fit our team in the long run, we're gonna continue to keep on like evaluating each playbook with our team, and we're gonna continue to see what will help us in the long run. You know what I mean? What is the best playbook that best fits our team? And we're gonna continue to keep on evaluating playbooks and our players, and hopefully we'll come across the one before the mid-season. But if we don't come across a playbook that I think will best fit our team, we're definitely gonna continue to change playbooks. But what is my opinion on my wide receivers? I absolutely love each and every one of them. I think I have a very talented wide receiving core. I think we have one of the. I'm not gonna say we have the best receiving core in the league, but I feel like we have definitely one of the top 5 receiving cores in the league. I mean, we have Donald Brewer, Juan Rivera, Rosen, we have Hunter Jones, and I mean, we even have like 2 solid tight ends. I mean, we have Joey Lott and Jacoby. I just absolutely love the receiving core on this roster. It's gonna be absolutely amazing to see what they do in the future. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the team develops and grows.
Set.
Um,
70.
it's gonna be fun. Hunter Jones as a receiver, I feel like he's gonna be amazing. And not gonna lie, I might even throw
Ready, set.
Avery
Get it. Lightning.
I think my young running back. I'm thinking about throwing him into like a receiving back type thing. But I mean, even with Lee Wright, he's a receiving back. I mean,
Now.
we just have a lot of options whenever it comes to the receiving core. And because we have Donald Brewer, Juan Rivera, even at the halfbacks we have Lee Wright and Bryce Matter. He's pretty decent at catching too. And we have two solid tight ends in Joey Lott and Jacoby. I really like the receiving core. I think that's one of our strongest points of the season. You know what I mean? I feel like that's one of our strong points. Honestly.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop. Leaf River. Leaf River.
And then that's just gonna do nothing but help Peyton Vanderbilt grow as a quarterback, simply because I mean he has a lot of targets, and that sometimes that can get kind of frustrating because you have so many people to throw to, you know what I mean? It's gonna be, I mean, not saying that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to have people to throw to. It's just you don't want to force anything, you know what I mean? And so that's something that we've been working with him on, and I feel like that's why he's definitely improved on that turnover game. He had 0 interceptions in the last game. I'm not gonna sleep on that because I mean, coming into this game, he's threw 10 interceptions in the past 2 games, I think. And so yeah, it was really nice to see. It was really nice to see him not commit an interception. That definitely shows the work that we've been putting in not only practices but in the playbooks and and learning as a team as well. And I just feel like we just gotta get that chemistry there as a team, and we'll be great. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was to compare my team to today's league, NFL league, I feel like we're like the Browns, honestly. I feel like we'd be more like the Cleveland Browns than anything. Because, I mean, we got a nice, I wouldn't say extremely young quarterback, but we had a nice quarterback in Peyton Vanderbilt. I mean, we hit Bryce Madden's more like of our Nick Chubb, and our receivers, probably Donald Brewer, would be like our Odell. You know what I mean? And we just have a lot of talented players here that we're just trying to work with. You know what I mean? And by the way, guys, if you guys didn't know, Austin Hooper actually signed with the Cleveland Browns just moments ago. I know that's completely irrelevant to the press conference, but that's a good pickup by them. But back to the actual press conference. I feel like we have a lot of potential, honestly. We have so many talented players on this team, and we just gotta learn how to evaluate them, really. And so yeah, guys, is there any more questions that you would like to ask me? I'll be probably taking 3 more questions. There's probably gonna be ending the press conference in just a few moments. We have roughly 5 minutes remaining before I will take any more questions. But yeah, is there anything else that you guys would like to ask me before the stream is ending?
Set, ready, 70, Indy, go.
But yeah, guys, if you guys have
On the ready.
No further questions,
Ready.
probably gonna be ending the press conference right about now. And with that being said, we look forward to our game against Mitch and the Snowhawks next week. Defensive strength, I feel like Gabriel Norman. I feel like our defensive strength is definitely gonna be our rush game. We've been getting very good at stopping the run a lot. And that's something that I'm proud to admit. I mean, we stopped one of the best halfbacks in the league last week in Tavion Hall. He didn't have a single touchdown. I mean, surprisingly, I mean, he did have a lot of rushing yards on us, but I mean, I feel like that's one of our our strengths. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into the press conference. And like I always say, go Tigers.